A quick, I don't know, PSA review, whatever you want to call it, about another product I've been having difficulty with. This is Hornady 300 Blackout 208 grain, excuse me, AMAX. I do want to say real quick, the reason it seems like I've been churning out more negative reviews than positive reviews lately is that if you have something that you think might be good, you have to really, go through and test it to make sure it really is good and find, what are the flaws. But if you have something that's just really, really crap, it's fairly apparent fairly quickly that it has problems. And so while resolving the problems may be a more time-consuming process, you can pretty quickly get out the message, okay, this product, not what you want to buy. So in this case, I'll give you a nice look at that label. You can see there's the lot number and all that. And I should note that this claims these test figures, if you look online, are for a 16-inch barrel. So wouldn't you know it, 16-inch barrel, 300 Blackout, should be subsonic. And the first problem I noticed is that you're getting a sonic crack, even suppressed. Well, okay, that sort of negates the big expense and value of this. And I should add, these are really expensive. This stuff is as expensive as a lot of match grade ammunition. So I can buy match grade 6.5 Grendel loaded with Burger for not much more than this. So yeah, this stuff I paid about $1 a round, and that was a pretty good price comparatively. So okay, so it's supersonic. So right there, you sort of got hit in the nuts a bit in terms of performance, because the whole point of paying this premium for the subsonic stuff is because you want that. I did buy it though because I looked at an online review, and for reasonably priced 300 Blackout, the shooter claimed it was a sub-minute group. So okay, took it out, set it up, and I should add that I've tested this weapon with other 300 Blackout, and very accurate. No problems, no issues. This is actually a black hole weaponry barrel, which, my opinion, albeit I've not tried every single possible barrel out there, but my opinion, these barrels, short of like really expensive match grade barrels, probably nice as you can get. My only complaint about them is that you can't get them in factory nitride finish, although some of the people they supply to, they will supply them in 300 Blackout. It's worth noting that a lot of companies that have nice barrels, like I've seen people say, oh, I don't recommend Black Hole Weaponry, I recommend this brand. Well, turns out Black Hole Weaponry OEMs for that brand. So something to be aware of. They're good barrels. They're solid barrels. They will easily shoot sub-minute. So this stuff, I take it out, and along the x-axis, so in this direction, horizontally, I'm easily getting under a minute. No problem. No questions asked. And I'll put a link in the description to a group I shot, which looks good until you see two things. First is the vertical axis. It's over 2 minutes. Vertical stringing due to velocity inconsistency. And the other thing is that one round went so much higher velocity than the others, it went over the top of the target. So it's got extreme velocity inconsistency. And then the final and third problem, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but in here, I ran the bolt nice and wet so it would pick it up. Please focus. Maybe. You can see, or I hope you can see, there are a ton of granules of totally unburned powder in there on the bolt carrier, all over it, that have been jetted back into the action. I checked the suppressor, I tried multiple suppressors, I cleaned everything. It is coming from this ammunition. There's no real question about that. It is coming from this specific Hornady 300 Blackout, which begs the question, if I'm already over velocity in the stated barrel length, and I'm getting unburned powder, what is going on here? So, there are a number of things you could propose. Black hole weaponry's polygonal rifling, you could argue, is more efficient, or this or that, or blah, blah, blah. But the reality is, we are not performing well. We're not burning a large amount of powder. We're over velocity, and we're inconsistent. So I have contacted Hornady about this. I don't know what their response will be. I will update this video when I get that response. As a quick update to the previous video I released on the primary arms optics, so there was some discussion. They said they'd give me store credit, then they said they gave my account store credit, and I went to go try and log in with an account. They said they didn't recognize my email address. I emailed them back and said, well, okay, what's happening here? How do I get access to store credit, or could I just get a refund or something like this? And then their CS rep said, well, actually what we just did was use your store credit to send you another optic. I said, well, since the last two probably had less than 100 rounds on each total before they started to break down, I don't think a third that I'm just going to break is going to be a solution, especially since, I'm going to be paying return shipping on this. It's just not working. Waiting to hear back on that. But that is a genuine clusterfuck there. It seems like they're unable to create a system whereby you get the same CS rep every time. So there's no consistency. Nobody has any idea what everyone else is doing, and it's just a mess. But I will update that as we go. I haven't updated the original video on that because it's still not resolved yet. It's ongoing. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was useful. Just for those who don't want to watch, I will say the lot number is 3151887, and it's number 80892. And again, 300 Blackout, 200 grain AMAX subsonic. And it's the whole lot. It's not this one box. I've tried other boxes from the lot of 200 I bought. Thanks for watching, guys. Toodles.